Hi, my name is V, and it's the 9th of October, and today we are going to talk about my crush. So, we're not going to talk about my crush, the person, in detail, because that would be a bit creepy, but we're going to talk about me, rather, as a yearner, the feelings and the thoughts and the kind of stuff that happens within me about this experience of liking another person because I think it's a quite usual thing people experience. I don't know. I haven't felt this way in around like a year. I hope he's not watching this though. I mean, I don't think he is, but if he is, hi, I think you know who you are. Please text me. Oh my god. So, the topics I want to touch up on today is going to be patience. Sounds a bit random, but it will make sense in a moment. Overthinking and comparing myself to other people, and the realization that everyone is just a person. And the question, do you like this person or do you like yourself being in love? I will read a snippet of my journal first about the patience part. One thing having a crush with my current level of emotional intelligence is teaching me is patience. I actually find it sickening how in today's world everyone wants everything immediately, and I only notice on myself how much I feel that way too when I reap something I sowed way, way back. And that feels so goddamn good. If I got everything right away, I would get bored of it all way too fast. As if there is only black and white, you either have it or you don't, but the real magic is the spectrum in between, the process of you getting there. There are endless amount of little moments during the process that you will never be able to go back to once you have gotten that thing or that person. But there is beauty in that too. Arguably, it is even more special since it's gone as soon as you reach your destination. I haven't dated or spent time getting to know anyone or even took interest in anyone in like a year now, and that was great. I wanted that because I knew I had unhealthy patterns I needed to heal before I would feel safe to get close to anyone again. But you cannot fix stuff about yourself in isolation. At the beginning, it helps. You need time on your own to strip away other people's influence. But after you identified the negative habits, and toxic beliefs, you need to practice integrating them. So, for example, I thought I got so confident I will never care about what a guy thinks of me ever again. My social anxiety is out the window. I love myself and I am not afraid to show up as my authentic self anymore. But then I come across a person who is pretty and has good style and sees the world in a cool way and is mysterious, but like I see the softness in them. And they have something that grabs my attention and gives me the idea that they would be what? And they give me the idea that they would be a person who feels me too, and we could understand each other in a way beyond words. I'm so idealistic, I know, but so I find this person in whom I see all this potential, and suddenly I'm on the stage again performing, and I second guess what I do and what I say. I get giddy if he likes my story, and I get terribly nervous in my belly just imagining talking to this person eye to eye. It feels like everything I've been practicing until now is gone, and I am 13 again, trying to fit in the world. That was, yeah. I notice on myself a lot that I expect after I get better that things would just stay that way. So when I make some improvement in my lifestyle or my mindset, I always feel disappointed to fall back or feel like I go back to an old habit or an old thinking pattern that influences me negatively. So this kind of just reminds me, or this was kind of just to remind me of the fact that it doesn't have to be that way. It's not like you reach a point, a destination, and you're suddenly fixed and you're going to be okay until forever now. It's very much a constant work you have to put in these kind of things. Also, specifically about confidence and like knowing who you are, I guess, or connecting with people, as I used to also just be very socially anxious back in the days. I feel that having a crush definitely triggers these things specifically. So I told myself that I would be more patient from now on. I would be more patient with my own progress that I make, and I would be more patient with the kind of things I want to have in my life, not stress or not try to hurry into the future and not be anxious about these things because there is time and I have to let the time just do its thing when it's supposed to. The next topic is overthinking and comparing myself to others. I kind of mentioned this already, but I feel this way also not related to having a crush recently. I do this with my friends. I do this, which makes me feel very guilty when I realize because they are very good people. They are girls I look up to, and they are girls who raise my energy and make me feel better about myself. And then sometimes my brain just clicks the wrong way, and I can't not see them as competition. And it's sickening because I feel like my own enemy when I do that, and I make themselves to be an enemy in my head as well. And of course, I do that about strangers too on the street. I come across all sorts of people at my job, and it's very easy for me to feel, I don't know, shy around the person, to get like flustered by their presence if I think they're cool. Even if I'm not like, it's not like I find them attractive, it's just that there is something about them that I would want to improve about myself. So it's like, I like that they are so outspoken, or I like that they have such a welcoming aura, and it's something that I want in myself. So I notice it about them immediately. And then instead of my first thought being, oh, I'm inspired by this person, I go, oh, I could never be like them. They probably feel that I am less than them. The thing that really helped me with this is the reminder that everyone is just a person. Like, I literally, someone is standing in front of me and I am currently like in the moment getting intimidated by them, and I just look at them and I just tell myself like, this is just a person. Like, they are just a person the same way you are just a person. Like, you can have an image of a person from the internet, or you can see a person for their money, you can see a person for their popularity, or you can see a person for the way they dress. When you think about the fact that they are a person like you are, then you realize that they have their own emotions, they are going through their own stuff, they have their own past with their own experiences, their own lessons they have learned, and they have their own goals in life, and they have their own beliefs that was passed down to them from their parents, and they have their own generational trauma, and they also carry the same amount of weight about the world and living and experiencing human life as you do. So at the end of the day, what more can they be than you? It's so easy to look at our differences rather than look at our similarities. And that annoys me when I do that. So I just try to remind myself that everyone is just a person. Next, do you like this person, or do you like yourself being in love? I noticed this on myself many times in the past before, that I would I would think that I like someone, but actually it's not about them as a person. My liking was actually just the fact that I enjoyed having someone I can show my love to. And I enjoyed having like a, I don't know. I was basically projecting my need for love onto someone just because they were willing to accept it. I wrote about this. Where is it? It's about how I enjoy feeling or being when I have someone to give my love to, my time and my appreciation, my affection and my care. It makes me feel happy to give this to someone, even if I don't get these things back, even if the other person is not the right one to give my heart to. And I feel like many people do this, which is just so silly. We had an amazing talk with Anita about this one, and it started from me making this point that it doesn't matter what I do, basically. This person will not like me unless they want to like me. Bear with me. I'm just gonna read what I wrote in my diary, and hopefully that sums it up well because I don't remember. Once you have a crush, it's almost like that person could do anything and you would still find them super romantic, right? The kind of things you worry about, like, oh my god, is my hair falling nicely right now? Or is my nail polish too chopped? These are exactly the small details someone who likes you will find endearing, even if your hair is a bit messy and your nail polish is absolutely trashed because they have a crush on you. Even flaws become appealing about your crush. It's literally like a drug. So sometimes you have crushes on people you shouldn't have. I have definitely done that before multiple times. I liked people who were unhealthy for me because it was lonely. I felt insecure or simply because they were there. And this is the point that Anita was making that I thought was so genius when she said it because it's so simple, but the way she just summed it all up in such a simple sentence just made me go like, wait, what the hell? That's literally all it. Like so many people date people just because they are there, just because they are available. I know this to be true because I have had this so many times that I would have a friend and we would be spending a lot of time together and we would be getting to know each other very deeply. And after a while, just because I didn't have any romantic interest at the time, I would start to feel or mistake the feeling of having this pure friendly appreciation about them, about this deep understanding that we have for each other. I would mistake that for romantic love when there was there was no reason for it to be. So it was literally just I got a crush on them, and then I started thinking about them in a different way. I started to see them in a different way, and I was like, "Oh my god, why am I feeling this way?" And then obviously nothing happened. Maybe I would tell them that I feel this way, and then they would tell me they don't feel this way, and then it would just fade. Or sometimes I would not tell them, and it would just fade on its own. And sometimes they would have a crush on me back, and we would get together, and then we would realize very fast that this is actually not how it's supposed to be, and we completely read too much into each other. So I think that's just very interesting. It's kind of it has nothing to do with my crush right now, but I just thought that's very interesting. But Anita said it the other day. We were talking about this, and many people just end up with whoever is there and whoever is available. I think people are too scared of rejection to go after someone they don't know but might feel the spark of attraction, and others are too scared of admitting, I am interested in you. Man, I hate nonchalant people. I'm literally talking about having a crush on a guy I don't even know on YouTube. I need to shut up. So, with that, I will be shutting up because I think I said everything I wanted to say. Yeah, I actually really enjoy being a girl, having a silly little crush, and even if it fades, it's just, it's just, yeah, it's just this for now.